Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm showing you how to easily and effectively clean your makeup brushes and beauty sponges in the quickest way possible. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get straight into the video. So the first thing that you'll need is some baby shampoo. I'm using the Johnson's one. You can also use normal shampoo as well. Over here I just have a bowl to pour that into and a cleaning mat which I got from Dischem, which is really affordable and helps a lot in this process. I love this baby shampoo because it's gentle on my brushes and I love the smell of this as well. And this cleaning mat is honestly so affordable. You can get this from Dischem. I think it's around 50 Rand. And I love the grooves that it has on it and the different textures, which really helps to get into like the nitty gritty of your brushes and really get out all the product. And it has these suction cups on the back which you can put into your basin or stick onto any surface. So over here I'm just pouring some of that baby shampoo into the bowl, and let's get started with cleaning these dirty ass brushes. I normally do this process in my basin, but just for the sake of this video I'm showing you guys this way. So I'll wet the mat and then I'll dip my brush into that baby shampoo, and then I'll swirl it around onto one of the textures on the mat and try to get it as soapy as possible and try and get off as much product as I possibly can. You definitely don't need this mat, but as you can see it really just gets into the brush and into the bristles and almost does like a deep clean. If I don't have a lot of time, I just use my hand with some soapy water, but when I do have the time I'll do this because it really gets deep into the bristles of the brush. Sometimes I just dip into a little bit of water, as you can see, and then swirl my brush into the mat again. You just want to make sure that your brush is as saturated with the shampoo as possible and creates as many bubbles as you can. And I'm just doing this over and over again until my brushes are beautifully clean. And then for my bigger brushes, one like this for example, the only thing that I'll do differently is I'll dip into more shampoo. Obviously because this is a bigger brush, I'll use more water than normal, and I'll use almost half the mat or even sometimes the entire mat just to clean the bigger brushes because they obviously hold more product. And I'm a huge fan of this cleaning mat. As you can see, it's so easy. You just quickly rinse it after you've cleaned one of your brushes, and then you can do exactly the same process over again, and it sticks onto almost every surface. And I just love all of the different textures that you can get your brush into, which is really important because you don't want any gross stuff in your brushes because you are putting this on your face. Some people also add vinegar to this process, but I prefer not to. Okay, so let's get into foundation brushes. These can be a lot harder to get product out of because the foundation just really sticks in there, and no matter how much soap you use, it still doesn't budge. So what I do is I add a little bit of olive oil, just a tiny bit, to my shampoo mixture, and I rub that in. And again, I'm just saturating my brush, trying to get as many bubbles as possible and get the product out. Rinse that bad boy, and as you can see, you have the cleanest brush possible. It's so quick, it's so easy. You're welcome. I'm now just taking all of the brushes that we cleaned before and I'm just going to rinse them. You don't want any soap or any residue left in the brush, and when you rinse them, just make sure that the water is going downwards and not upwards towards the handle of the brush because you don't want to loosen the glue. So I'm just repeating the same process and also squeezing out as much excess water as possible. You obviously don't want a completely wet brush, and look at this, you have beautifully clean brushes free from product. It's such a quick and easy way to clean your brushes. Next thing I do is I just take a towel and I try to get off as much moisture, and then just laying out the brushes neatly so they all have room to breathe, also because your girl's a little bit OCD. Okay girls, seriously, let's do something about those beauty blenders. So I just use a good old Dove beauty cream bar, which is around 15 Rand. You can use pretty much any soap bar that you want. I just like this one because it smells nice. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that that beauty sponge is completely wet, and I'm rubbing it into the soap, and I'm doing this quite hard. I'm like really rubbing it in there, and I do this while running it under water as well, so it really saturates the sponge full of the soap to try and get out and draw out as much product. And I do this process until I see nothing on the beauty sponge and until the water runs clear. And look at that. Damn girl, beautiful beauty sponge. Next, look at this horrible one. Oh my god, this is completely full of foundation. I'm again just making sure it's completely wet before I rub it into the soap. And I'm doing exactly the same thing over again. And like I said, I'm doing this quite hard. Like I'm really pushing my beauty blender in there. And this is where that groove in the soap is really nice because you can get like the front of the beauty sponge in there, like the tip of it. And that's why I really like the soap. Having that groove and that different texture just really helps you draw out as much product from the beauty blender as possible. And it's nice to have something different to rub against. And if you want to, that groove in the soap can also be used to clean your makeup brushes, so you can just clean your makeup brushes in that little groove with water, which works perfectly fine as well. Again, over here, just making sure the water runs clean, and that beauty sponge, which was filled with foundation, is completely clean. I'm now doing the same thing with my little beauty sponges, and look at that. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but this is like the most satisfying thing ever. We took our beauty sponges from this, oh my god, what is that, to this. Next thing I do is I just neatly lay these out on top of my brushes on my towel. I always like to do this on a towel because it's a clean surface and it's just really easy to transport once all of your brushes and beauty blenders are dry. And then I just make sure that this is in a sunny room with a window open so it has some ventilation. And that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somehow helpful. That is how I clean my makeup brushes and my beauty sponges. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Sending so much love, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
To believe in fate.